What do you get when you have 2 microphones, a bottle of bourbon, and plenty of time to kill? It's the Bourbon Talking Podcast with Billy and Jimmy. Glad you found us. Sit back, relax. Let's see what we get into.
And we're a go. It is time to delve down the rabbit hole.
And that is exactly what we're drinking today there, Mr. Skipper. We are drinking Rabbit Hole. And this is Cavehill.
Cavehill.
Rabbit Hole. So, which is appropriate because we usually go down the rabbit hole on these conversations.
I guess Cavehill somewhere in Kentucky.
I'm gonna guess. I don't know.
Cavehill.
Let's see here. And again, stick around to the end of the podcast. Hear how we grade this one. But good looking bottle, good looking coloring.
So far, let's see what we got. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay, not bad. Stick around. Mm-hmm. We'll give you the final number on this at the end. So you got to stick around.
Hang out. We'll tell you at the end. We bought it, so you don't have to. All right. It's just another Wednesday. What do you think's going on? How's your day? How's your day going, Jimmy?
Wow, it's crazy. You know, it's actually starting to shape up over the past half hour. You know, picking up a couple more employees, so that's good. So
yeah,
no, it's all good when we can do that. But
spreading our wings, growing bigger, slowly. Stronger, faster.
Growing slowly. So no, it's all good. Picked up my motorcycle yesterday with, raised bars.
Got an oil change done yesterday, Jimmy?
No. See, I told my wife why I was taking my bike to the shop and to get the raised handlebars. Even told her the price. And it came out exactly at the price.
I just say I'd get an oil change.
I know. So the bars are ready for service.
I got the most well-maintained motorcycle on the planet.
He's the only one I know that gets an oil change every 2 weeks.
Gotta get an oil change. Yeah.
So getting ready for Sturgis. It's all good, man. It was it's a little different feeling for me, but I'll get used to it. I like them. So all good.
Yeah, changing the bars is, I don't know, it changes the whole bike. So
it does.
Everything on the bike. It's amazing.
It handles different. I mean, you feel different aspects of the front end a little bit, the tire. I mean, even the ride.
It almost makes the suspension feel. Isn't that weird?
It is. It gives it a totally different feel. But so far, I like it. It was a good ride home from St. Augustine yesterday at lunch.
Yeah, if you ever get bored with your bike, just change the shit up. Put something different on it. Yeah.
So, no, it was all good. How about you?
I'm waiting on mine.
He ordered a new one.
Hopefully,
new oil change.
Get an oil change. Hopefully around July 15th, mid-July.
When he gets an oil change, it's a totally different bike when it comes home, literally.
Holy shit, they changed the color. Damn, that must have been some dirty oil when they drained it out. All the black paint ran off, and then now
they washed it. Wow.
She was dirty.
So, no.
There is a holdup at the plant. The plant's shut down for production, but it's due to brake lines
we need those
on another model, not affecting the CVO, they said. So hopefully the new CVOs but they use the word that it's not affecting the CVOs. However, they shut the plant down until they can get those brake lines resolved for their other lines. But I doubt there's people still there today building bikes if they said the plant shut down. So anyway, if you know, please give me a call. Let me know. If you came into work today to build my bike, awesome. And God bless you. Keep up the good work.
So what else going on in the world here, Billy, that you want to kind of talk about?
I don't know, man. The biggest, hottest thing on the internet right now, in my internet of the world, is the new Harley. So, but everybody in the planet's talking about it. You don't need us dumbasses talking about it because there's much smarter people out there than me. But anyway, I I don't want to talk about politics. I refuse to do that today. Jimmy might want to talk about politics, and I'll just sit by and go,
Well, I mean,
we're going to end up talking about politics.
Well, I mean, obviously, the elephant in the room is Trump being...
President Trump got arrested again.
You know, it's... be different if he had like a drinking problem. He was drinking and driving or something, but that wasn't the problem.
He's doing better, though. This one had 37 charges.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, shit, go all out.
So, anyways, yeah, it's... Whether you agree or disagree, not a good day for the country.
No, man, it hurts us, makes us look bad. And, I don't know, laughing stock of other countries out there.
No, it's just, I mean, it's obvious what's going on in politics. You know, one party trying to arrest the other or something crazy. And it's out of hand. It's out of control. I mean, we all need to get along.
Just love one another, man.
Just give a big group hug.
You know?
That ain't going to happen without somebody going to jail. Oh, he assaulted me.
Guy just walked up and gave me a free hug. Yeah, we just need to get back to some peace, love, and chicken grease. You know, just.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the day that found the dirt on Biden in two $5 million bribery schemes is the same day that Trump's. I mean, come on, it's too obvious what everybody's doing out here. I mean, it's ludicrous, you know.
And depending on what channel your TV's on, you have no idea what we're talking about. So we've tested the waters.
No, exactly. Depending on what channel your TV's on, you only understand one of these things we're talking about.
Yep. You have no idea what we're talking about.
Yep. So it's crazy. It's ludicrous. So that was my forte on my 30 seconds of politics. That was quick, though. Are you wanting to go into the rabbit hole with either one of those topics?
Nah, I'm good. I think you covered it quite well.
We
apologize.
I did it in a partisan way, too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pick a side.
We try to. I mean, kind of tough sometimes. Anyway, we try. I always do try to.
I may finish this glass. We may go back to that rabbit hole.
Everyone's biased. Everybody sees the world through their own eyes, and you try as much as some people don't try at all. But I attempt to try to see things from other people's perspectives. We're all not good at it. No one can. No one does. But you know, let's just assume I'm right to save you guys some time.
Yeah, we've already vetted this thing out, and we're 100% right in our own point of view.
Yeah, we're right. But it will save you some time if you just go ahead and assume that we know what we're talking about.
But I mean, even the transgender who took their top off and got arrested.
Transgender. I know it was even hard for you to enunciate, but that's. Are you talking about on the lawn of the White House, sir?
Yeah, that one. But it's not illegal for a guy to take his shirt off.
It's not illegal for a lot of things. Is it morally or ethically or apropos to take your damn shirt off at the White House? If I was invited to the White House, I'd have a nice coat, necktie on, and but I'm not going to take my shirt off on the lawn. And I'm definitely not going to expose my breastises and grab them and jiggle them up and down. That kind of behavior is not respectable. I think it's fucking appalling. But anyway, I don't care if it's on a man, a woman, I don't care who you are. It's just not good behavior.
There's a lot of stuff going on at the White House that I do not approve of right now. So whether it's topless on the lawn, man or woman, or some of the other crazy shit going on at the White House. There's a lot of other stuff going on that's way out of line, inappropriate. Just saying. And that's the one that makes the headlines. I'm talking about all administrations. I'm not talking about just this current one. There's been a lot of inappropriate stuff going on at the White House, but no, this makes the headlines.
There's a lot of shit that needs to be done. And maybe they're just pumping the noise to us. You know, in unrelated news today, a person took their shirt off and motorboated themselves on the front lawn of the White House. We've got gasoline at, hey man, if you're in California, how much are you paying for a gallon? When do we stop getting pissed off at the cost of fuel? Let's get back to that argument. We didn't forget, but if you stop getting mad at it, they've now accepted it as the norm. Oh, okay, so we're good at $5 a gallon. That's cool. Okay.
I'm not.
No, huh? And we live in Florida, so we're only paying about $3.50 to $3.60 for a gallon of gas.
Yeah.
I feel for you guys in California. I know it's kind of tough out there.
I feel no pain for you people in California.
I'm talking about the ones that
you created this shit across this country because
Americans in California.
You think the other 49 states should be like California. So I have no empathy for you people in California, and I wish they would just make it its own other country. And you got to have a passport to come to America.
Gavin Newsom said on Sean Hannity that more Floridians moved to California in the last couple of years than California has moved to Florida.
And I think he smokes pot.
Well, it is legal out there. So
they've lost more people that out of California have moved out so fast over the past 10 years. They lost 2 seats in Congress.
Gavin Newsom would argue that fact with you and tell you that you're incorrect. That's not a true statistic. What he argued with Sean Hannity. No, more people have moved to California than. Oh, I'm like, oh, okay. Not sure where he's getting his stats from, but
he must be talking about that busload that DeSantis sent him.
They're coming in by the busloads. I don't know what you're talking about from Florida.
Yeah, Express DeSantis.
But yeah, just stand on the overpass, sir, and watch all the U-Hauls leaving your country or leaving your state.
You can't even get a U-Haul in California. There's none there.
You can't.
They're in the other 49 states.
Yeah, I was told if you rent a U-Haul out of California, it's like $4,000 or something like that just to
transport it back
to go to. Yeah, but if you're taking a U-Haul to California, they'll pay you. Yeah. How much does it cost me to rent the U-Haul? Actually, we'll pay you $427 to take our trip to California.
Yeah, if you can take it out there for us, man, save us on shipping.
Man, we appreciate it. Thank you much, man.
But yeah, it's yeah, I bet there's not a U-Haul in that state.
Yeah. But yeah, he was arguing with Sean Hannity. Oh no, more people are leaving Florida, moving to my beautiful state.
But you know what? Hey, good on him. He did. Did at least go on Sean Hannity. I mean, most Democrats are scared to do that.
Absolutely. I made that, and thanks for bringing that up because, that was big of him to do. So I don't know how many years Sean's been asking him to come on, but hey, he finally came, and that was great. And
I think that was actually his response to Tim Scott going on The View.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes
that was brave of Tim to do that.
That's the lion's den. If you go in there and you're a Republican, you get darts all day long going at you.
All day. He did pretty good at that too.
Oh, he did. He kept them on their toes.
Yeah, he did well. But yeah, you're flying through the gauntlet there. But no, that was. I think there needs to be more of that because until we can talk, and again, our country's so divided, and with us being so divided, we're also very divided on where we get our propaganda from, and that's exactly what I'm going to call it as propaganda. Everything coming out of that mystery box hanging on your wall, my goodness, it's everywhere.
TV.
And depending on what channel you've got it on, you have no clue what your neighbor's getting fed or where their outlook is on things, and it's completely different, you know, and we just all need to come together and accept that your opinion doesn't harm me, and my opinion doesn't harm you, and it's okay for us to have an opinion. And everybody keep your volume level at 2.5. Stop screaming at it.
Yeah, just because I disagree, don't mean you have to say the same thing again louder. It's not going to change my opinion.
You sure? If I repeat myself 9 times at a different volume level each time, I don't change your mind?
No. The second time you're repeating, I'm already closing the door, leaving. I mean, it's no. Just because if you can't have the normal conversation, whether I agree or disagree, especially if I disagree, doesn't mean you got to repeat it louder. I heard you the first time. Right. I thought it sucked, and I don't agree with you.
You can always practice your debating skills by walking up to the fence post and just giving it hell. You know, that's how it's like talking to some people is damn tree stump. And again, you don't have to listen to me, but at least hear me, you know, and I'd like to do the same thing. I try to listen to other people.
Well, you know, talking. I mean, hey, how many times that, you know, been in, you know, at least in my Jeep, you know, we go somewhere, I flip through all the news channels because I want to, when the main topic's coming up, I want to see if everybody else reporting on it. But no, they all have things they report on, and that's it. They just stay in that one swim lane. They don't.
They've been in that same swim lane for 6 years now. It's unbelievable. But you also have to do your research and see who owns the news company that you listen to. Follow that ideology, follow that money, and see, oh wow, that's why everyone is repeating the same thing. You know, when the nightly news starts, and that is the same line, the same text that they're reading all across the country, over 4,200 networks.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Man, that just seems like propaganda. When no one has an open, free mind, you know, even in the small local areas, your local ABC, NBC, CBS, when they all start reporting the exact same thing, and it is word for word.
Well, so, you know, and the problem is too, I mean, depending on, I tell you, it does not even depend on which channel you watch. You turn on the news, or you turn on that news channel at 6 a.m. for the next hour, they have a script. They read all the news for the hour. Well, the next hour, when the next news commentator comes on, or anchor person, or whatever you want to call them, they say, what's the topic? Say, here, just read the same sheet. They read the same sheet every hour. It's the same story every hour.
Yes. And my point was, that's across 4,200 different networks.
But I mean,
it's all the same, though. Who wrote that one script?
Well, I get what you're saying, but it's just for that. But again, we know that this channel is not covering the news that this channel is, but it's the same script at their stations. It's just a different person or persons reading it.
Yep.
It's like, really, it's a loop. Oh, now I get to see the pretty blonde read the script. Oh, there's some old white guy there reading the script. Same one, she read it better.
Right.
I mean, it's just ludicrous.
Yep. It's filling our brains with jello.
Absolutely crazy. But hey, this is our world at the moment. We just got to break this cycle. Somebody here, honestly, somebody needs to come off script and change this shit up.
It's happened, but they're immediately,
fired,
candy caned off the stage, and
they're fired.
Yeah, they're gone.
It's like, really? You came off script. What?
So Fox sent out Tucker a cease and desist letter on Monday, and on Tuesday he posted episode 3 of Tucker on Twitter.
I haven't seen any of them yet. Have you?
Yeah, I haven't watched episode 3 yet, but yeah, it's a lot like his.
When's he coming on this podcast?
Normal.
We won't give him a cease and desist. I mean, he can come on here. Fox ain't gonna send us one if he wants to come on our channel. We'll post it on Twitter.
Well, I mean, they're pretty much.
Hey, it's the Bourbon talking. He can come on here and say whatever the hell he wants.
Hey, Tucker, we got a seat open for you. As soon as Jimmy buys that other microphone, you can borrow my microphone. I'll shut up and let you talk for the whole hour.
That's funny. You're gonna shut up, really?
Yeah, I'll shut it. If Tucker Carlson was here, you don't think I'd stop talking and let him talk? Yeah, you're right. I'd probably.
No, you wouldn't. You'd cut him off like every third word he said. And yeah, what do you think about conspiracy theories?
Dude, I'd have Tucker talking about UFOs in about 42 seconds.
That's my point. See Tucker Carlson wearing his little tinfoil hat.
Come on, Tucker. We got room for you, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Come on over. Yeah, what Shay has done in the real world and professional.
We pay in bourbon, though.
Yeah, we'll give you a glass of ice.
Send you down a rabbit hole.
Or the bourbon of his choice.
Yeah.
Tucker, call us. You're in Florida. We're right down the road.
Yeah, you can stop by when you're on your way to your court hearing with Fox later on.
Yeah, stop by.
So Twitter is specifically somewhere where you can go on and speak your First Amendment, right? And just speak your mind.
That's what what's his name's coming back to say, Elon.
That is going to be a real hard case for Fox to win when Tucker gets on and he's speaking his mind.
Elon, call us.
He's just.
Anybody can speak their First Amendment. You can speak anything you want on this podcast. Right. We're not going to censor anything.
It's not illegal. I'm just saying that's what Fox is trying to do, is to tell Tucker that he can't have a show. Technically, all he is doing is speaking his mind and exercising his First Amendment rights, which used to not be illegal in this country, but
frowned upon.
Things change on a daily basis around here. So,
oh my God, you don't like it today? Wait till tomorrow. Oh my God, that's crazy.
The government's been lying to us for over 80 years, Jimmy.
Well, do you see my shock face?
Man, we've got over 12 UFOs captured and alien bodies.
Okay, you got pictures of these? Can you show me?
No, but I know a guy who knows a guy who talked to a guy that's got.
And yeah, I'm from Missouri, man. I'm in the show me state. You got to show me.
Not from Missouri.
I know I'm not from Missouri, but
you're just trying to sound cool and say something funny.
But no, I mean, until I see pictures or something other than theories and tinfoil hats,
it's stovepipe,
I want to see
man.
it.
Don't you know about compartmentalization?
Yeah, do I believe they're out there? Yeah, but I don't think we've captured anything. We're not that good.
So supposedly there was a crash in Italy well before Roswell, and Mussolini actually captured it somehow through the Pope and the Vatican. It actually made it over here to America. So we've actually had a crashed craft since the 30s, probably 15, 17 years before Roswell.
Show me. Not buying it, man.
Where do you think all that $2 billion worth of annual...
Please Photoshop a tinfoil hat up here, because I'm not buying this shit.
The Pentagon every year is like, oh, man, we lost another $2 billion.
Show me.
They're out there, man. Just look.
Oh, look, I've said it before. There's a way smarter race out there than us. Trust me.
So...
Beings, race. Okay, beings, race. Anyways.
Beings. Yeah, let's use beings. EBMs, is that what they call them now? I don't know. Hillary Clinton come up with a new name for
And
them.
I don't believe that shit either. So that's what her 30,000 emails were about. She was UFOs. That's why she smashed it so we couldn't see it.
I don't know. Maybe she's in charge of keeping everything under wraps.
If the government has, if you got something, show the people. But until then, I'm not buying it.
Eric Weinstein made a pretty good argument. If you're a theoretical physicist, or
I'm not.
If you're a particle physicist or quantum theory, when you go through academia or whatever, everybody knows who everybody is and who's smart and who's not. And he made the point that everybody who's everybody, they know where they are, where they work, projects that they work on. So if we do have this kind of technology and there are scientists trying to reverse engineer this, who are those scientists and what are their accreditations? And since they kind of know everybody who's smart enough to have ever done a paper, it's like there's no missing scientists. So his theory is that it's actual kind of horseshit.
Yeah, that's right. So our government has technology for 80 years that could have made life on Earth better, and they haven't used it.
Well, why would they? So if the government had free energy, why would they give that to the public? What's their incentive to do that?
Well, if we have ways of not destroying our Earth to come up with an energy, let's say that technology's out there, wouldn't we want to do that? That's maybe cleaner, better, faster.
You and I would want to do that, but what's the powers that be that run this globe, which is ran on fossil fuels, why would you remove that control source from the American people or the humanity in general and give them free energy? What's the incentive in doing it? There's zero incentive to do it. Matter of fact, you would want to shelf that and stovepipe that so hard. Just like that cure for cancer. Why would, if you were Pfizer and you came out with a cure for cancer, what the hell would you give me
I get it.
the magic pill for? You'd never do that.
I bet they've had a cure for cancer for 20 years. They just don't want to release it yet because they make billions off of pharmaceuticals. I get it, but
yeah, there's money in keeping me alive and making me take a fistful of medicine every morning. There's no money in giving me one magical pill that cures me. Now I'm no longer a customer. It doesn't. Always think about what adds to the bottom of the P&L sheet. So if they can sell you one magical pill, they're not going to. So if they can completely dump fossil fuels and we all have this little glowing black box that you can put into your car, take out when you get home, plug into your house, and everything you have just runs on free energy off the black power box.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome. But
will it sound like a V8 in my car?
It just goes, it just hums.
Anyways.
And when you walk up next to it, your hair stands up a little bit,
But I mean, again, it had to be safe, but no, I mean, instead of killing this earth with taking trees and everything else and, digging it up for coal or whatever, fossil fuel. Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
I'd love to think that our government
would do something like that.
that.
I mean, there's other ways for the oil industry and fossil fuel industry to make money. I mean, I would think that, technology wise, I mean, hey, even if they had like a spacecraft that could fly further than what we currently have, why wouldn't they use that to go out and look for other planets? I mean,
you made that statement, and it makes me go back to what the CEO of Skunkworks said.
Inviting me to a lecture by Ben Rich.
Ben Rich was the director of Lockheed's Skunkworks for 16 years. He oversaw a number of USAPs that were secretly managed at the Skunkworks, including, most notably, the development of the F-117 stealth fighter.
Ben shared a slide set of about 40 slides of different things, starting with the U-2 spy plane, going all the way up to the stealth fighter at that time, mentioning that he couldn't talk about the other secret stuff. But when he ended his talk, he had a slide of a black disc zipping off into outer space. And he ended his talk with these words: "We now have the technology to take ET home."
And his quote was, "We now have the technology to take E.T. home." The guy is not a drunk dude underneath the
When are they
overpass.
going to use it, though? They haven't. I mean,
how did we know? We ain't been up there.
Look,
We don't know what's going on, Jimmy. We are little ants down here. We are the peasants that they every once in a while throw cake off the balcony to. We have no idea what they're doing. Captain Kirk could be up there warping around. We have no.
I get what you're saying. We don't know what they're doing on the ISS, but or lift. But you would think that, hey, we just went to Mars and back over the weekend, and hey, no life.
Why do you think a hammer costs $487? Because we got spaceships, man. You never know. I'm going off on it.
I don't think we.
I'm going down a rabbit hole.
Yes, I don't think we have that. I don't think we've got captured shit.
Why would the CEO of Skunkworks make a statement like that?
First of all, I don't trust anybody that has a company name Skunkworks. I'm sorry, that just says bullshit all over it.
It's just a division of Lockheed Martin.
Time out.
All right, we had a little break. Had to actually work for a living for a moment, and I think we're back.
So what else?
Did you say the trailer was ready, or it is ready?
It's coming in tonight. They said it should be ready tomorrow. I close the business. So
okay.
We can pick it up tomorrow.
We gotta do the design on that. I'm behind.
Well, have you reached out to Brent?
I wasn't going to do that till I had a design, but guess it's time.
You could have had a design 2 weeks ago.
I could have, but I didn't. All right, I got to make a design for a... You need to give me the dimensions on it one more time so I can... Double D trailer or something. Is that what it was?
Double B.
Double B.
No, B&B trailers.
You sure that's what it is?
No, it doesn't matter. We'll get it tomorrow. You can...
Yeah.
Just do a design. They'll take it up there. They'll measure it out. So all you need is a design. Just take the trailer. They'll measure it and cut to fit.
Circle Double B trailers.
Wow, Disney's releasing Avatar 3. Wow.
People are still watching the last one.
No shit. It's
not
that
over
long.
yet.
I think it's like a week long. It's like, holy crap. How can you find the time to watch it?
So my littlest daughter and her friend drugged me to see Fast 10 yesterday.
And how was that movie? I heard a lot about it. So how was Fast 10?
I've never been a fan of Fast and Furious because it's maybe the first one, but there's so much over the top horse shit. I mean, when you take a car and you drive off the cliff, but there's a cable hooked to it, you can swing around the mountain and then, oh my God, man, it's so bad. So Vin Diesel backs his car out of a C-130 aircraft right down the ramp instead of landing the plane. Who said something about landing? Just drop the gate. I got this. And he just backs his car right out.
Bullshit flag. Cars don't.
And he's not even close to the highway, dude. He's like over 100 feet in the air, but luckily the car lands on top of other cars. Spoiler alert. He demolishes the other cars, but his car is fine. He doesn't, it's not even pulling to the left after he lands on the ground. And I'm just, it's just painful to watch, but it's entertaining. Jason Momoa was a really funny bad guy in that movie. I think he did a good job on it. But as we're getting to the said climax of the movie, it got you on the seat of the pants. I'm halfway through the popcorn bag. I got butter dripping off my elbow. Bing! The lights go out. The movie stops. Emergency lighting comes on. So we sit there for about 10 minutes and finally, well, I'm getting up to go see what's going on. Nobody's restarting this movie. There was probably only 10 people in the theaters. We went real early in the afternoon. Stood in line for 30 minutes. There was a storm coming through. They popped a circuit breaker somewhere or something, so they gave us vouchers to return at a later date. The whole time I'm thinking, man, we could have been watching Transformers or something more believable.
Something with aliens.
Yeah. Dude, I can sit there and watch Transformers and all that. It's a lot more believable than Vin Diesel flying out the back of a C-130 in a damn Dodge Charger. Hey, man, I thought that was going to be the last one. I heard they're already filming the next one.
Really? Enough. I mean, I got to say, Not as good as the Mission Impossible.
Does it matter? How many gabillions have they made off the Fast Furious? I mean, bravo, man.
And here's the difference. Vin Diesel doesn't even do his own stunts. Tom Cruise does.
So they showed a trailer to Endgame, Mission Impossible Endgame while I was there. That looks like it's going to be another awesome one. You know,
I'm just saying.
I think it's going to be as good. You know, sometimes you see sequels and you're like, oh, God, why'd they do it? It was such a good movie. Now you just effed it up with a terrible sequel. This one looks pretty good.
And I got to say, all the Mission Impossible actually got better as they go through.
They kind of are.
You know, it's not like, you know, when you try to remake
other
the
sequels.
when you try to redo it, it just ruins the whole series or franchise or whatever they call it. But no, his actually go up. They get better.
They kind of do, yeah. And he's doing a pretty darn cool stunt in this one.
Exactly.
When he rides a dirt bike off the cliff.
Oh, cliff with a parachute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's easy, Tom. I'd do that stunt.
How about the...
I'd do that stunt. I'd do that stunt right now. I wouldn't even practice.
How about the 10,000 foot halo jump? I mean, the guy's not even military and he does this shit.
Oh, I know. You know. Yeah. That hanging on the outside the airplane window, you can have that shit.
Again, I got to hand it to the guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But
60 years old, he's doing his own stunts.
Yeah.
You got 20-year-olds, not getting dirty.
Yeah, but the ride the motorcycle one off, no, that's not the stunt where the guy said you can't do that and he fired the. Okay.
No, that was the previous Mission Impossible where he jumped from one building to the other. And he broke his ankle or something in real life, but he did the stunt. The safety instructor said, or safety guy said,
safety coordinator, yeah.
Yeah, he said, no, that's too dangerous. He goes,
well, obviously
you're fired, and we'll bring in another one. And the safety guy said,
did he get hurt and break his ankle doing that stunt?
But it went off.
I would hire that guy. Right? You know what? You're right. That was too dangerous. I broke my damn leg.
He broke his ankle, but again, he didn't die.
But did you die?
Yeah, I didn't die. Hey, look, if the guy wants to do it, let him do it.
I mean,
sign a waiver.
Do you know what
Here, just sign this release form. It's too dangerous, but we're going to do the best we can to make sure you're safe. But sign here that you're not going to hold me, your family's not going to hold me responsible.
What kind of insurance policy do you think Paramount's got on Tom Cruise?
Probably none. They said you go out and get your own.
That's okay. He's protected by Xenu. Xenu would have caught him on the way down and protected him. And Tom Cruise in his Scientology,
I don't know, man, but the guy, he does his own stunts. Good on him at 60 years old to be able to pull that off. But
it is
good on him.
It is cool. Wow, man, it looks like Bernanke just came out and made a comment that they're going to pause the rate hikes. So they're going to, I guess they thought he may actually raise interest rates again today, but yeah. So I guess they're going to put a halt to it.
Oh, we're not going to raise interest rates?
I mean, they've done it 10 times already in a year.
Know. Yeah, exactly. So,
hey, Ben, can you lower them just between July and August? Because I'm about to possibly make a purchase and I need something around 2%. Thanks. And you can raise them back up.
So, lower them. I mean, this is ridiculous. They shouldn't. And I got to say, at least at the last administration, we had low interest rates, great economy, everybody's making money, and gas was cheap. Didn't mean to come back on that full circle, but I didn't think politics was going to stay out long. But
get angry about your fuel prices.
This is crazy.
Stop accepting this as a norm. Get pissed again. When did we stop getting mad about gas being high?
Well, they keep distracting us with all this other bullshit. Right.
We're good. They think $4 is a norm.
They're not bitching about gas now. Now they're bitching about the $10 million I took.
Right.
What the? Come on, people.
Hey. Let's distract them more and tell them UFOs and aliens are real. I'm not falling for that one.
Another tinfoil hat.
I know they're real.
But anyways, no, it's a distraction. They got us off the gas stuff and interest rates because they're doing other stupid shit. Oh, they're going to get mad when we raise the interest rates. Let's do something really stupid to distract them. Then we'll do it. I mean, Really? People, don't take your eye off the prize. The prize is we all want a better lifestyle, better living conditions, make money,
Right.
We shouldn't have to spend all our income to put fuel in our car to go to work.
Yeah, man, people are...
That's crazy.
Yeah, they decide on whether to feed their kids or put gas in their car to go to work or...
Exactly.
We shouldn't...
Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. We should not have to struggle. We shouldn't have to make a decision on, what feed or how we're going to feed our family tonight because I got to put gas in my car and go to work and make pennies to come back home. Actually make a good living, but come back home and pay all these other high interest bills and shit we got. No, it's crazy. I want a new house. I don't want to pay 12% for my new house. What the... It's crazy. I'd love to have that motorcycle. I'd love to have my payments at $300, not $600, because you charge me a 20% interest rate on the loan.
Yeah, I was having this discussion with someone just yesterday where they said their teenage kid was like, they have a job and this sucks. You have to get up every day and go to work.
Oh my God. They expect me to be on time.
Yeah. No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to get up and be a productive member of society and play this game. Because I admit, it's probably all a game. Houses, that was the house, the idea of a home, that was invented by the banks just to have an item to sell. We all know that. But no, you don't have to. You can go. That's true. It's not a conspiracy. We'll delve into that later and I'll prove it to you. But anyway, no, you can go live underneath the overpass. You don't have to go to work and earn money.
You really like that little Xbox when you come home and you play for 24 hours with your friends and stuff and don't take baths and if you want to afford the internet and the game and everything else, you got to go to work. So with that, we're going to hear from our sponsors. TV timeout.
And we're back.
We're back.
And we had to work again. Actually, Jimmy did. I didn't do shit.
Oh. Yeah, you did. You do all kinds of shit. It's all good. Stuff.
Are we family? Yeah, we're a family-friendly channel, right? Yeah. Yep.
I wouldn't let any kids under the age of 40 listen to this.
Did you say 40?
Yeah. Because I don't think they would get it.
All right, let's see. Where were we? Everybody's mad at Garth Brooks.
What'd he do?
He's starting a restaurant.
What's wrong with that? It's called capitalism.
He said, I'm going to serve every kind of beer here at this restaurant. Everybody should feel welcome. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, I guess. But it's all about Bud Light. Everybody's.
Is he or is he not selling Bud Light?
His point of view is, or his stance is, I'm going to serve every kind of beer here, which I challenge you to serve every kind of beer. I think there's a lot of kinds of beer.
I don't think your restaurant's big enough in that regard. And you got a lot of money, but I don't think your restaurant's big enough.
He says, I want it to be a place where you feel safe in, and a place where you feel like there are manners and people like one another. So, and people are just really crushing his balls because he's going to be serving.
Has he not been to a Golden Corral? Everybody loves each other at Golden Corral.
Yeah.
And there's a shout out to Golden Corral. Hashtag those guys.
Yeah, and people are pushing out. If you live in Tennessee, I recommend you never go to Garth Brooks. Whatever. Do your thing, man. Who cares?
Look, I don't care if your restaurant sells Bud Light or not. It's just my choice whether or not I want to drink it. I don't care if anybody else does.
Yeah.
It's my choice. I really don't care.
Yeah. That should be your choice.
Until Anheuser-Busch issues an apology, I'm not drinking an Anheuser-Busch product, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to push my opinion on anybody. That's just my choice. I'm not drinking Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, I'm not going to
I'm not going to drive a.
I'm not going to boycott a whole restaurant for selling a. I'm not going to buy that beer. My problem isn't with Garth Brooks and his restaurant. If you have a problem with that, then your problem's with Anheuser-Busch. But anyway, I guess if you went to his restaurant and the only beer you could get was Budweiser,
I would have a problem.
then,
no, and that's
then
exactly
I could see that. But
I got Bud Light. Well,
yeah,
I'm going to Golden Corral.
It is kind of hard to see a Bud Light tap behind a bar. There's not many of them out there. So
look, and I'm not buying a Ford truck either. That's just me.
Is that because you actually want to make it to your destination? Or
I was going to say, no, I had a problem with Ford way before their little wokeness there, but no, I've had one Ford truck, and that was my last. Never really been a big Ford guy.
Yeah, I've only owned 2 Fords my whole life, but it's America's #1 selling pickup truck, though. So
really, over Ram? I see more Rams on the road than I do Fords.
No one ever outsell a F-150, and I think it's because of the fleet sales are so huge. But I don't know.
Well, they sell a cheap truck
and don't drop nothing. Remember when they went to the all aluminum bed or whatever, probably 7 years ago or something. And if you drop something, like if you picked your toolbox up and it actually dropped it.
Oh, it dented the shit out of it. Yeah,
not dented, but it went through it.
I remember seeing that. I saw something.
People had all the holes in their bed, but
yeah. No, it's just me. I mean, everybody has a preference, and trust me, in the South, from the time guys get their driver's license, they've already decided on which brand truck they were going to drive forever. And mine at the time was Chevy. I drove a Chevy truck.
Yeah, my grandfather was a mechanic with a major asphalt company around here, so he was like,
But I mean,
they were all Dodges and Chevys that they drove, and he's like,
back then Dodge didn't make a good truck when I was growing up. I'm not gonna lie.
They made a damn ugly truck, but
yeah, and it just.
But
the new Ram. Hey, if I had to go out and buy a truck today, Ram's probably my first choice to go look at first.
I don't know. I like the new GMC AT4 lines. Those are some good looking trucks.
I like the Denali's, but I mean the GM Denali. But again, at the end of the day,
I don't like the chrome. The Denali has the chrome on it, and I don't.
Yeah, if I got to go and get a truck, I mean, they say, okay, hey, we're going to give you 50, 60 grand, go buy a truck. Hey, I'm going to the Ram line.
My last 8 trucks were Rams, though, so I'm just kind of.
Well, your last 40 motorcycles were Harleys, and you're still buying a brand new Harley this year.
I had a Big Bear chopper with an S&S motor.
And I'm sorry, and no shocks.
No, if you wanted a comfortable ride, you had to let some air of that 280 tire.
That's my point. So when you're getting rid of the Harley, you can go something else. You've had 8 Harley. I know you've had a minimum of 8 Harleys. So you can go Indian now? I say you don't get the CVI. You go Indian. You go straight Indian. You got to mix it up, man. You can't.
Indian's behind on the times and the technology, man. Harley just took a leap above everybody.
Well, I'm not going to say that Harley's taken a leap above everyone, but they're really the only manufacturer making that kind of bike, to be honest with you. I mean, they all make the V-twin, but they up until what you're buying, I thought Harley kind of stayed with the old school, motorcycle, the baggers and everything else, but other than the new CVOs, which to me are really futuristic and Indianish, I'm not sold on it yet. I'm not. That's why I'm glad I got a 22.
You heard me a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to go test drive a Indian Elite Pursuit.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you should get an Indian.
I don't know about that.
I'll be the only one riding a Harley.
I got close to it. It just looked so, I don't know. It looked just kind of plasticky, and I touched things and pressed, and it made creaky sounds, and I didn't like the fit and finish a little bit. But again, I've never ridden one, and I can't form an opinion until
I've never ridden one, but I can say that
I do want to ride one.
All the ones we've seen at Bike Week and Biketoberfest and all the festivals or whatever bike events have gone to. I really like the
They catch my eye.
They catch my eye every time.
I'll stare at I'm going to call it the wrong thing. Challenger Dark Horse.
I
with
don't
that
know the
matte
make and
black.
models of them,
Oh my God. The Indian Challenger Dark Horse and that matte black. That thing is just, I'll just sit there and stare at it and drool. I really want to ride one though. I can't form an opinion until I have, but,
no, I do like the looks of them. I'd love to ride one just to, I really like to look at the Victories, but they quit making them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but not a big fan of
but it's basically
the Gold Wings and Yamahas of the world.
Right. I guess correct me if I'm wrong, but I know Polaris owned the Victory line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Polaris owns Indian, but I think it's still Indian's division of engineering or whatever. So it's not a Polaris bike, it's Indian.
Well, I mean,
I believe.
Again, I
don't know enough to talk about.
I did like the Victory. I thought it was a good looking bike, but
yeah, I've only seen a couple of them, and
they quit making them.
Yeah, and well, I know a guy who's got one. Yeah, I don't know, man. Motorcycles are like boats. I can just sit there and stare at them all day long. They all got their flair. They all got their cool parts about them. They all have their own individual personality, and I think they're all works of art. I love them. I like everything about every one of them.
Retiring from the Coast Guard, I've been around a lot of boats and a lot of different boats, and I really do like looking at the new model boats.
Yeah.
To me, old boats look like shit. I mean, unless you get like the old Chris Crafts and stuff like that, those were collectors.
Right.
But there's no other collector's boat out there.
But even an old beat up shrimp boat, I'll just look at. I just think it's cool.
But boats are like cars. You can modernize them, and I'm good with it.
So you're okay with a very futuristic looking yacht boat?
Oh, hell yeah! But a bike, don't just screw around with a bike.
Because I knew that because you like a very nostalgic, old school looking
bikes. I do like the old school, and I don't like Harley tinkering with it, make it look futuristic.
Right.
But I do like the new modern boats. I do like modern vehicles. Not the bike. Don't.
Have we told the story about what happened to us about a week or so ago down at the docks in Fernandina?
Oh no,
that's a good story. I don't think we told that story. Let's tell that story to our audience. It's
all right. So
it's a pretty cool story, actually.
Yeah.
And it got cooler as it went along.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, we were walking downtown Fernandina on the docks and just checking out the boats.
Yeah.
And we got to the very end of the dock, the last boat on the inboard side of the docks.
Which we both kind of agreed was the coolest boat.
The coolest looking one. It was an old steel-hulled trawler looking.
Tug
looking.
trawler.
It was absolutely amazing. And there were some large yachts at the port. They're gorgeous boats, don't get me wrong, but this is by far my favorite boat, and it was more of a huge tug, steel, working boat looking, and I'm like, wow. And we were just talking. I said, man, I really love this boat, and I told the owner, I said, yeah, I'm retired Coast Guard. I just really love, this style boat and stuff like that. And he goes, well, hey, why don't you come on in? Let me show you the engine room. Really? Okay. So Billy and I, we walked down with the owner,
and it's one thing to walk by and tell somebody, "Hey, man, cool boat. We like your boat," and for them to stop and say, "Well, come on aboard. Let me show you around."
He goes, "You would really appreciate this engine room."
Yeah,
it's like, well, great, let's go. So we go down into the engine room.
We were both kind of surprised.
Clean. I mean, literally the cleanest engine room I've ever seen on a boat of that size, and even I think those modern yachts that were out there. And by the way, this boat was only less than 10 years old.
Yeah, it looked like a boat from the 50s, late 50s, early 60s.
Yes,
and I'm starting to look at little things on the boat, and I'm like, damn, how'd he
Yeah. So yeah,
Has he replaced everything on this boat is brand new? And then we found out the boat's only 10 years old.
Yeah, it's a brand new boat.
It's a brand new, old looking boat.
Oh, brand new, exactly. So, but it caught our eye, and so we actually come up and we go through the galley area, the salon. I mean, he's giving us a tour of the boat, and then at the last minute, he goes, "Yeah, I bought this boat from Billy Joel. His piano was right here." It's like, holy shit!
No shit. He said, "Yeah, he had 2 Harleys and a Jeep sitting right here," and we're like,
Harleys and a Jeep.
"Man,
in
are
the
you
Ford
shitting me?
hole.
Really?"
Yeah. So he showed us where he kept the 2 Harleys and a Jeep in the Ford hole. I mean, that's to tell you how big this boat was. So yeah, he had a crane up front where he kept 2 Harleys and a Jeep, and he showed us where he had his piano and he wrote a few songs, but it was absolutely amazing. And then our wives were talking to the owner's wife. He goes, he has never brought anybody on this boat to show him before. He goes, these guys must be special because he has never brought anybody on this boat before to show him that. But yeah, it was Billy Joel's boat, and it was absolutely amazing.
I just found it.
Did you really?
I found the boat. Yeah.
All right, we better
So
keep...
I'll put the pictures up here for you guys to see, and again, damn nice of this guy. God, I
forgot his name. And sir, we gave you a card to check out our podcast.
Yeah, so
we promised you would do this, but sorry, I forgot your name.
Sorry, I forgot. You and your wife were absolutely so friendly, and
you guys were amazing, and I appreciate you showing us around.
Thanks a lot. It was very cool. And hope you enjoyed your stay here on Amelia Island.
They're still here. They were staying here for 30 days. They're still at the dock.
You're still here. All right. He's probably like, what's taking that guy so long to put that video
shit.
up?
So I tell you what, we need to go down there this Saturday, hand them another card and say, you're on
Yeah.
this week's podcast.
Yeah.
So we do apologize for being a little late getting you on the podcast. I've actually been in New Orleans all last week. And
Don't come up with excuses.
I had to work. I got a day job,
Whatever.
people. See, if you would actually subscribe and find us a bourbon company to sponsor this, I could do this 8 hours a day. But no, I got a day job. So it's your fault, people. Subscribe, get friends to subscribe, listen to the podcast.
So that Jimmy doesn't have to work.
So I don't have to go out and have a day job. God, I feel like I'm moonlighting here. Anyways.
Panhandling and
gorgeous boat, and Billy will post the pictures, during the podcast. But we really do appreciate him and his wife showing us hospitality around the boat.
Yeah, we probably hung out with him for at least 30 minutes or so, right? Had 2 cool dogs with him too.
It was just
it was neat.
That was probably one of the top 5 highlights of my year so far.
And when I left, we told him thank you for allowing us on the boat, and I said, don't let anybody else on the boat. Don't just ask anybody walking by to come check out your boat. Just wave and say hey.
I think we just found a short.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. So what's the name of the boat?
I think he's renamed it.
Shit. Okay, never mind. Cut that out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we were on formerly Billy Joel's, and we'll actually do a follow-up to this podcast. We'll go down there this weekend, see the owner again, get their name so we can do a shout out to them. But wow, such an amazing boat and people to give us a tour. So thank you for that.
All right, man. That probably wraps up this episode.
Yeah, I know. It's been fun. It's been a little time. So
yeah,
since we've done this. And again, so today we're drinking. I'll play Vanna White.
Rabbit Hole by Cavehill Distilleries, right?
Cavehill, yes. Rabbit Hole. So in Louisville, Kentucky. And as you can see, we'll flip the bottle around and you can see how much we have drank. So that should probably help you with where this number is going to go today.
Yeah, we actually got an extra help into this one. So typically, during the podcast, we have a cocktail. So
hey, look, I'll go first this time. I normally have you go.
Yeah.
I'll go. Well, I actually like it. I think it's got a little flavor in the first swig. Really smooth. You know, I'm actually going to give it a 6.
Yep, that's the number that I had in my head. I think I was just going to go with it. Yeah,
we've never agreed on a number.
Yeah, I think that's a good number for that. I like it a lot.
Billy doesn't have to do math.
So the average, somebody carried a 1 of it. A 6. Nailed it.
He damn near missed it.
Yeah, no. Rabbit Hole, I think is pretty good.
I like it.
Should we? How much does it cost?
I don't know what it costs. Again, I didn't get to see the. I did see the receipt, but I only got the bottom number.
Why not have to bring that up again?
Again, like $750 worth of bourbon I bought that day. Anyway, so no, we I don't know what it cost, but I give it a 6. It's really smooth. I like it. I would definitely buy it again. I like it. What's wrong with him?
It better be good. It seems to run around $70 a bottle for that. 70 to 80. Yep. No, it's pretty good. I gave it a 6. Jimmy gave it a 6.
Yep.
And
that averages out too. 6.
Now you can decide if you'd like to purchase that when you see it at your local watering hole.
Yeah, you got, $65, $70 to burn. I'd suggest to get it.
I would say you're not going to not like it.
No, you'll like it. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm. And with that, Billy, hey,
Jimmy,
always a pleasure, brother.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
You guys.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe.
We're
out.